there's nothing like healing people in today's medicine. Today's medicine doesn't heal people; they only manage symptoms. That's the whole point of this thing. So
I
they
think
they, they sold they sold the lie that those one making drugs from herbs are unprofessional. So so as to be able to shut them down. So
wow.
it is very, very important that you grow what you eat. You don't only go natural, you must know what you are eating, that it is actually natural, because there are so many things in the market these days that looks natural but are not actually natural. They've added all these chemicals to grow it also. So it is better you grow it yourself. Greetings to you guys, wherever you're watching me from. This is your boy TJ, and I say your health is important to me. Your health is important to me. All right, without further delay, I really want to appreciate you guys for taking out time to always check out my content. As you all know, I I told you in my last video that we are going to be checking out some content, that has been put on the internet space that are, very bad, and the ones that are good. We are going to be debunking some of those things that have been said on the internet, and some we are going to be affirming some of them too. So without further delay, I would like us to just jump right into it. Um, okay, let's jump right into it.
Hey man, is it just me? Or does it feel like every time someone's sick, the only solution is another pill? Well, doctors nowadays are legal drug dealers. I just feel like there's gotta be another solution. There was a century ago. Back then they prescribed things like homeopathy and herbalism. Most medicines were made from plants, herbs, and minerals.
Exactly my point. Exactly my point. Drugs nowadays are not actually made from herbs. They are not made from, natural things. They are made from chemicals, you know, petrochemicals actually. You know, as long as, they are able to discover the kind of chemicals that your body needs, instead of them to produce it from, from herbs and natural things that will work in your body. All they do is manufacture the chemicals, from other products and use it for you, thereby producing what I call pseudo cure. And you know what pseudo cure does? Pseudo cure goes into your body, mimic the cure, clear off the symptoms. Then you begin to look fine again. But as soon as the effect wears out, you start feeling whatever you are feeling again. So that's pretty much it. So let's continue.
So what changed? A power shift backed by oil money. Oil money? What does that have to do with medicine? Literally everything. Back in the early 1900s, industrialists like Rockefeller realized that a lot of new synthetic drugs can be made from petrochemicals. But didn't he already have standard?
Exactly what I'm trying to say. You see, drugs are not made from natural herbs again. They are being made from petrochemicals. You see the conflicting thing now. So assuming drugs are made from, you know, herbs, or let me say majority of them are made from herbs, at least we are supposed to be getting cured. So, and that is the aim. If those drugs are made from, you know, natural things that will work in the body, at least they are supposed to be the cure. So there's difference between cure and pseudo cure, and that is exactly the difference. All right, let's continue.
Oil? Yeah. And investing in pharmaceuticals expanded his empire. So you're saying big oil created big pharma. Let's just say they merged. Rockefeller already controlled Standard Oil. Then he saw how chemistry labs were making new wonder drugs out of petroleum byproducts. It was cheap to produce and easy to patent. So how did he convince doctors to start using them? See, that's the genius part. He didn't just sell to doctors, he brought the schools that trained them. What do you
Wow, that's a lot right there. Hmm. So according to him now, it's more like a version of medicine was brought about by this set of people. You know, a medicine that is not using, you know, herbs to cure people. Rather, chemicals from these, petrochemicals, as it has been said. So they made drugs from these chemicals. Then, then later they find a way to just make money off people. So it's more like they give you that pseudo cure, and you continue to go and buy it. Once the effects of that pseudo cure wears out from your body, you have to depend on the drugs, to make you better. You have to more like depend on that drug. So they try to create this dependency syndrome. That is, once you finish using the drug, you begin to look for it again because the symptoms, your signs and symptoms that was reduced is now back. So you have to go there and thereby creating business for them. You are now their regular customer. So that's just they are the producer, you are the customer. So and they have created a loop whereby you keep coming and hovering around them. They keep making money off you. That is just what this guy is actually talking about, and I really really resonate with what he's talking about. People must be aware of this.
mean? Well, in 1910, the Carnegie Foundation, that was backed by Rockefeller money, funded the Flexner Report. It reviewed every medical school in America and declared that only those teaching scientific medicine were legitimate. But scientific sounds good though, right? Sure, but scientific really just meant chemical. The report said that schools teach
Hmm, this is serious. So they brought their own version of medicine to compensate or to work hand in hand with their pharmaceutical company so as to get more money from people. It's more like a business sort of, so, just like what I've explained.
in herbal and holistic or homeopathy medicine were unprofessional. Within 10 years, almost all of them were shut down. Ah, so homeopathy wasn't banned because it was
So they sold the lie that those one making drugs from herbs are unprofessional. So as to be able to shut them down. Wow.
dangerous. It was banned because it wasn't profitable. Bingo. And Rockefeller's foundation started
That's another thing right there. It was banned because it was not profitable. So the aim is profit. The aim is not for you to get better. The aim is to profit from your illness. This is crazy.
donating millions to the remaining schools under one condition. And what was that? They had to teach his version of medicine. So essentially,
Wow. So they had to teach his version of medicine. And his version of medicine is the new version of medicine with pharmaceutical companies making drugs from petrochemicals, not herbs. So this make people, keep getting sick. And, their sickness are not actually cured. Rather, the symptoms are reduced so that when the effect of the drugs wears out, they begin to come for more and more. So they create customers out of the sickness. And I think this is also in collaboration with all these, all these companies that are producing highly refined, or let me say processed foods. You know, all these hidden chemicals, they are inside these processed foods that are making people to get sick, going to the hospital. And they are prescribing this same pseudo cure for people to get cured, whereas people are not getting cured, they are just managing the symptoms. That is why I usually tell people that you've got to go natural. you've got to go natural these days. And probably not only things that they sell in the market. If you can actually have your own agriculture, like you can virtually have your own farm where you produce what you eat, that would have been the greatest thing you have ever done for yourself. So it is very, very important that you grow what you eat. You don't only go natural, you must know what you are eating, that it is actually natural, because there are so many things in the market these days that looks natural but are not actually natural. They've added all these chemicals to grow it also. So it is better you grow it yourself. It's better you make it yourself and eat it yourself. If you can do that, you have kind of elope this their trap. That's what I would say. Let's continue. This guy is spitting out some truths, so I really give kudos to him.
Doctors stopped learning about natural cures altogether. Correct. Herbal medicine became folk medicine. Nutrition got pushed aside, and anyone who practiced outside of the new system risks losing their license. Damn.
That's it. And this thing was subtle. Nobody actually know. Like, people are not actually aware of these things because of the way it was presented. People are not aware. People thought, they are actually getting the best and things are actually improving. You understand? So, if you think something is improving, you won't want to be against it. But now the agenda and everything has been exposed. So everybody has to go back to his or her farm. Start producing what you eat. That's just my own recommendation. Start producing what you eat. Because nowadays there are a lot of things out there that you also think those things are natural, but they are not. So the best bet is to start thinking about producing what you eat. In fact, there are four major things that all human beings should be aware of. Like, all human beings should be able to do. In fact, you should be able to teach your children, pass on these skills to from generation to generation. And the first one is engineering, the act of building, the act of creating machine, doing all sort of things to be able to relieve yourself, creating machines generally, building things. So everybody must be able to master that. You must be able to look at something, create something from, mold something, you know, use wood to create some kind of machines, to help you in your daily activities and all that. So that is the engineering part. The second part is the agricultural part. Hmm? We must be able to, learn how to grow crops, learn how to rear animals. These are the things that really, really help. Once you do all these things in a natural way, you are able to produce what you are going to eat. So you are not going to be stranded. You are not going to be dependent on this system that has been created for you. So you are going to be highly independent. So the third thing I will talk about is medicine. Everybody should be taught herbs, the kind of food you eat and all that. Okay, let me say medicine and nutrition. Let me put it that way. Or no, let me say nutrition. Nutrition will be the last, then medicine is the third. Let me just put it that way so as not to confuse you guys. Okay, we are talking about medicine. So everybody should be taught the kind of leaves, the kind of herbs, the kind of, let's say, bark of trees that you can use to produce certain medicine in case you get sick. And if you get sick from eating all these herbs and all these natural things, your disease can easily be cured. Can easily be cured. You don't have problem. You know, it is all these unnatural things that we consume that actually cause problem in our lives, that usually cause medical problems for us. So if we can be able to do away with all these things that are unnatural, that are causing terminal illness like cancer and all. You've heard of people getting arthritis and they are not getting cured. Is because those things we have consumed over time are not natural. So please, I don't really want to make this video long. So the last one I'll talk about is nutrition. Of course, nutrition. You have been able to produce your own food by yourself. Then you should know the kind of quantity of the six classes of food that you are going to combine together to give you a stable and a very good health. So that is it. I said four things that are very important to teach your children that you yourself have to know. Number one, I said engineering. You must master the art of building things if from the scratch, maybe with mud, wood, and other things. You must master the art of producing things. That's engineering, building and producing things. So the second one is agriculture, the third one is medicine, and the last one is nutrition. And if I talk about the medicine part, that involves the exercises too, how you exercise your body, how you do a lot of things. I think I failed to mention that when I was explaining that of medicine. So I'm still going to do a video on this to explain further to you guys. So because your health is very, very important to me. Everybody's health is very, very important to me, and that's the major reason why this channel was created. Let's continue. Let's continue.
So that's how we went from gardens to pharmacies. Yep, the medicine cabinet.
You see what I'm talking about? So, how many people right now in the world actually have garden in their homes? How many people have gardens in their home? They are not that plenty. It's only people that are staying in places, regarded as rural areas have gardens, whereby they have something they plant. I mean, they have crops that they plant, they eat fresh fruit and all that. But if you stay in cities and mega cities, you don't have such because all those things have been cut short, because it's not something that looks good. Let me say as such, it doesn't look good, in mega cities. But whereas they have their own use, you cannot totally cut out plant, from humans' life because we are actually dependent on what is actually coming out of them. We eat them, and they produce some things like the release of oxygen, that helps, and other things that helps to clear the environment. I wouldn't want to go into details about that, but I think you guys know about that. You already know about that. So let's continue.
Replaced the backyard, and the healer became the salesman. Damn. So we don't really just heal people, we just manage them.
Exactly my point. There's nothing like healing people in today's medicine. Today's medicine doesn't heal people, they only manage symptoms. That's the whole point of this thing. I think I'm going to try to post the link to this video, you know, in the description of this video. You guys should go and check this guy out. He usually say things that actually resonate with what I myself do on this channel. So I really want to thank you guys for still sticking with me to this moment. It's really been a great journey, up to this moment. I really want to appreciate you guys. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do. We really care about your health on this channel. And in my subsequent videos, I'll be telling you, about some herbs and what you can derive from those herbs if you continue eating them. So please do follow me on this channel. I will really appreciate that. Like this video and subscribe. And also, before you go to the comment section and type your health is more important than your wealth. Type it in the comment section. I always want to see that. I repeat again, your health is more important than your wealth. Always type it in the comment section. I really appreciate that. All right. With that being said, I think we have come to the end of the video, and I'm going to see you in another video. This is your boy TJ saying bye.